Team USA bringing home the gold. Was there any concern? Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit in the beginning. But in no doubt, we didn't believe that they weren't going to bring home the gold. Because if they didn't, you talk about a catastrophe. It would have been a catastrophe. Don't ask me to spell that, but it would have been a catastrophe if they didn't bring home the gold. There's two things we found out in that final game against France for the gold. Steph Curry is still the greatest shooter ever born. Unbelievable performance by Stephen Curry. And if it wasn't for his heroic shooting when it mattered the most in crunch time fourth quarter, who knows? Who knows? The other thing we found out, what about Wembanyama? Oh yeah. Remember all that criticism? Him coming into the league, not going to be ready, too thin, too frail, game too fast. Y'all starting to eat those words now, aren't you? Yeah, all the critics that was talking bad about Wembanyama. It didn't take too long, did it? Look at his body language and how he's moving out there on that floor compared to, what, a year ago in the summer league? Total flip-flop difference. Man, he made them look silly so many times in that gold medal game. His post moves, his shooting his three off the dribble, freezing for the dunk. This guy's going to be a handful. He's going to be a handful. Yeah, he will get a ring. No doubt about that. This guy will get a ring. Did LeBron James get dunked on? What y'all think? Now, I know sometimes when you say, players run up and they take that charge and they get dunked on, it's not really being dunked on. He was trying to commit a charge. But, man, you don't see that often come from the king. Him getting slammed down like a dungeon door. You don't see that often. But that guy went up there and he put it down. And congrats to all the events for USA bringing home the gold. I mean, from the volleyball team to the track team to the swim team, medals all over the place. And once again, we've proved we're the best. It is proud to be an American. Watching these Olympics make you more prouder to be an American. You feel good because we're out there letting them know we still got the talent here in USA. We got the best of everything. Teams are getting very close over the years, no doubt about it. And we have to take it more serious. That's why I'm glad a lot more stars for Team USA basketball who was just forfeiting themselves from even wanting to compete. They all jumped on board this time, and you see what happened. They brought home the gold medal. And France, they don't have nothing to be worried about. I mean, they played a hell of a game. I know it hurts. Wembanyama, he's in pain. He's crying. He really wanted to win. I can imagine. It'll be a hell of a feat for France to beat Team USA in a gold medal game. I understand the importance of it. But you was there. And you battled the USA better than you thought. At least it wasn't no blowout. And Wembanyama, you did it do. You showcased. You let them people know that you're ready for this season coming in. And I understand every 4 years you just age a little bit more. You only get so many opportunities. I understand that. But to me, you ain't got nothing to bow your head about. You was number 2. It beats 3 and 4, don't it? But Team USA bringing home the gold. Outstanding game. All the way through. Full of excitement. That's how you want a gold medal game played. USA came out. Both of them came out, but USA, they was alive. They was alive in that game. It was a total team effort. I mean, LeBron James with his highlights. Then you have Embiid doing what he do. Stephen Curry with his sharp shooting. Devin Booker got in on it. Bam. I mean, everybody was running around with their feet on fire, tasting that gold medal, and they brought it home. Congrats. Outstanding game. And we move on. We move on. Houston Texans got their first preseason win after the forfeit, the thunderstorm game. You remember that one? Against the Bears, Hall of Fame game. Could have came back, could have not. But against the Steelers, that was no forfeit. Small sample size, looked good. We needed something from that offense just to show us that, hey, we're ready for this season. So I'm glad C.J. Stroud connected with Tank Dell for that touchdown. Because if it wasn't for that highlight right there, we seemed like we would have been left a little empty. Yeah, it's the preseason, but we wanted to see something out there. Show us something. Show us how this offense is picked up. And when Tank Dell got that touchdown, we was like, that's exactly what we wanted to see. That's how this offense is going to look coming into this regular season. Just give us a little taste, something to be excited about. You gave us that. Then y'all just ran yourselves right back to the sideline and said, all right, put the second and third string in. It's okay. Small sample size. We understand preseason. Keep everybody healthy. Keep everybody in good spirits. Moving forward. Now you play the Giants on Saturday, I believe. So I don't know the starters or who's going to play, but me personally, I want them to play a whole half in one of these games, in one of them. And I'm hoping that's going to be on Saturday. I understand we don't want to get people hurt. We don't want to get people injured, especially the less fortune we done had over the last few seasons of everybody just getting dinged up. Offensive line, wide receivers, defensive backs. It's all over the place. So we can stay somewhat healthy coming into this season. Big things, baby. Big things. Well, we got an interview today. Clip. DeMeco Ryans with Diana Rossini. Go check that out. Scoop City on YouTube channel. Go subscribe over there. We're going to take a look at it. Scoop City. Diana Rossini. You want to get all your Texans insights, interviews, go to that channel. Diana Rossini does a hell of a job, especially getting personal with DeMeco Ryans. I want to show this clip because you really don't sit down with DeMeco Ryans and get personal too often. Diana Rossini was able to pull that off. Usually he's talking football mostly, but she digs a little deeper inside his personal life, things about C.J. Stroud. Interesting video, so we'll check that out. Probably talk about it a little bit while it's playing or talk about it after. But great video. Remember, go subscribe to Scoop City. Diana Rossini interview. Let's go ahead and check that out.
All right, so Coach, one of the most common things people tell me about you is that you are this high energy, highly caffeinated human being. So I want to know your secret to just having so much energy every single day.
I truly believe in positive energy and how others feed off of that. So every day, every meeting, it's great morning. Like I'm coming in loud, full of energy, just so our guys can feel that energy, especially during a time like this in camp when everybody's can be dragging around and feeling sorry for themselves, the long days. It's like, man, let's go. Great day. Let's have a great day. Let's have some fun out here.
How many times a day do you think you're saying great morning, great day, great morning, great day?
At least 100.
Yeah. But what if someone's not having, like, life is not easy.
Right.
Not every day is great. So how are you making?
You can just feed off that energy right off the bat. That's a talent, I have to say. For somebody to come in picking people up every day, shaking your hand, telling you it's going to be all right. Let's go. It's Monday. It's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Let's go ahead and have a good day. The way he picks up this football team, that is a talent. People go through trials and tribulations every day. Every day is not a great day. So for him to find a way to get that energy out of people that he's around, having that good attitude, how can you have a person that's like this upbeat all the time this way? And obviously I know he goes through things, but you will never know it. You'll never know it. That's why I say this man here is unbelievable. This is a great guy, hell of a football coach. And he does this off the field and on the field. The attitude, the energy. And you know it's all genuine because if you was faking this stuff, it wouldn't even last that long. You only can fake something for a certain amount of time before you're exposed. This man has been this way since he touched ground. And if you're having a bad day, you ain't feeling yourself, he's going to pick you up. He's going to pick you up. But I just thought it was interesting, man, for this guy to come in practice or training camp, whatever it is, and lift his team up the way he does. It's just amazing. I think we all can learn something from this, being upbeat, just being blessed every day that you're waking up, moving around, greeting, meeting people, trying to make somebody's day. This man here is the real deal.
Making sure that, your day is great, but you're reminding them that this is a blessing to do this.
Yeah, for sure. And I make sure that there's a balance. Like sometimes I can see a guy, right, and see his face and how he's looking, and maybe take the time to pull him to the side, right, talk to a guy, hey, make sure, truly, genuinely ask, like, hey, are you really okay? Like, how's things going outside of football? Because I realize, like, for our players and being in this profession, like, there's a lot of pressure with what we do, but we also have real life outside of this. Like, you got family issue. We have the same issues as everyone else. So I never lose sight of that. Like, these guys are real men. They have real issues. So I genuinely ask them how they're doing and care for them.
Yeah, everyone's got stuff, right? Everyone's got challenges. It's not just trying to make a team or be the best at their position. How have you, since last season, so now you're going into your second year as a head coach, how do you think you've changed as a leader or adjusted some of the ways that you've been running this team since when you took this job?
Yeah, I think second year around is definitely more comfortable. So it's not a lot of unknowns going into the second year, so I'm more comfortable with just, for me, I think I want to do a better job of coaching the coaches, like, and making sure I spend time encouraging the coaches and pouring into them more this time around. My first years is all about the players, getting the team right, and I probably neglected the coaches.
We ain't even talking about the players no more. The man is talking about pouring into his coaches, making them better men, making them better communicators, lifting them up. Is this an angel sent from heaven? DeMeco Ryans.
Staff a little bit, so it's more of motivating, encouraging them as teachers, like how to help them best teach guys, encourage and motivate guys.
Did you ever think when you were a player for the Texans that you would one day become the head coach? Have you ever stopped to be like, this is pretty unique?
I never thought. As playing, I'm just in my player mode and just trying to do my best. I never thought that I would be head coach of any team, but then to come back as head coach of the Houston Texans, like I wouldn't have wanted it anywhere else. Like, this just means more. It's special. It's a unique bond of former players who are my teammates, like being able to see those guys around, seeing Andre Johnson going to the Hall of Fame, a former teammate for 6 years. It's like being the head coach of the Houston Texans. This was the perfect job for me.
You became captain when you were a player real quick. And the leadership qualities about you have followed you all the way through your playing career and now as a coach. Why do people think you're such a good leader, and why do you think you're such a good leader?
Well, I think people first think I'm a good leader because I serve first and foremost. Like, I never look at the leadership role as, I'm the big guy and everybody has to listen to what Miko says. Like, it's never like that. I'm always of the mindset of, how can I be of service to you? How can I be of service to our players, to our support staff? Like, I'm a part of it, right? And I'm a part of the team. And as a leader, I think people feel that from me, that I genuinely care and that I want the best for everyone, right? And I think people see that, and also by how I move and how I handle myself and how I carry myself, I try to do exactly what I'm asking others to do. Are you getting better every day? Right? Are you giving your best? Are you constantly thinking about how you can improve? And I do those things, so it's not just me telling someone, it's not just lip service, like I act it out as well.
You're living this.
Yes.
And in that same sentiment of not just talking it, but doing it, it's what I've been hearing a lot of your players say about CJ as a quarterback. He knows he's good. He's got that confidence, he's got that flair, he has a presence about him, but he's able to be that way because he talks about it, but he also shows it and is productive, not only on the field, but in the meeting rooms. What type of leader are you seeing in CJ here in his second year?
I'm seeing a guy who's more vocal this second time around. I think, and he's more vocal because he's more confident of his job and his role and what he has to do. He knows the offense, he can command the offense. Now I see a guy who's he's probably our most competitive guy on the team, whether it's shooting hoops or playing video games on the field. Like, he wants the best for everyone, and everybody feels that competitive nature come out in him. And he's leading that way. Guys see how important it is to him. Every rep is important to him, and it's important for him to see others do well. And when your
head coach is a great man, quarterback is a great man. Both great leaders. That's why I say it's only a matter of time before this team wins a Super Bowl. Wins a Super Bowl.
Quarterback is that way, it's easy to lead the team because no one wants to let him down. They know how special of a guy he is. They know how special of a talent he is. You can't help but pull for the guy. You can't help but dig a little deeper and play your hardest for him.
When you're seeing CJ get so much attention right now because he is on the map and everyone knows that he has the potential to be one of the greats to play this position, how have you been managing him as a coach and as a guy to make sure that the details aren't getting missed and all of this is distracting from what you guys are trying to get done?
Right. Now, it's a fine line of with your quarterback, right? It's reeling him in from first off, he's a football junkie. So he's looking at all these plays, other teams are running like, hey, we can do this, we can do that. It's like, okay, I love your ideas and love what you're bringing to the table. I love that you're thinking about that, but let's also not like the basics, fundamentals of the game. Like, you have to master those, and that's what the best quarterbacks in this league. So I tell them, like Brady, Manning, like, they mastered the fundamentals. It wasn't always about the big play. It was about taking what the defense gave them, being in the right call, getting the offense in the right call, and making the right reads. And it was just over and over and over again. It's getting bored with the consistency of the position, right? And not getting too caught up in the wow plays, but make those simple plays that you allow your playmakers around you to turn into big plays.
Yeah, it's that mundane, right?
Yes.
That's what separates the really good guys from the great, being almost comfortable, being a little bored with taking care of those details that you speak about. In terms of the addition of Stefon Diggs here in the offseason and just all the weapons that you guys have been able to build around CJ, it's a young receiver room. And I spoke to Stefon on Monday just about his role. And Miko, he is leaning into the leadership thing. You know, this is a guy who was really open about wanting to help raise the level of play in these young guys. What have you been seeing from him since he's become this big addition?
I love Diggs. You talk about CJ being competitive, but Diggs is like, he cares so much about like winning. He cares so much about being good, like, and he cares so much about his teammates and making sure everybody is playing their best. Like, the energy that you talk about me with energy, the energy that he brings to practice every day.
Because he's vocal, he's chirping out there, he's coaching the guys up on the sideline. I'm watching him.
He's doing it all, and I love that. And it's all positive. It's all upbeat. It's all encouraging. It's like, man, who wouldn't want this guy on our team? Like, I'm so thankful and blessed that we were able to acquire him. He was able to come to our team because I think his leadership level is just off the charts. He's off the charts as a leader, off the charts as a player, and a person. Like, he's a fun guy to be around. He loves football.
He told me the goal is to be captain. Yeah. He said that his goal is to be the captain of this team. He's like, if they decided, so I can't.
He's well on his way.
He's on his way. And I think when you guys traded for him, a lot of the noise outside of Houston was, ooh, they're building something great there. Do they want to add a player who has been seen in Minnesota and in Buffalo as a problem at times?
Bottom line, I'm just thinking Stefon Diggs is just holding people accountable to a very high level. So much where it almost looks like something's going on, like in Buffalo with Josh Allen. To Stefon Diggs' defense, Josh Allen was making crazy throws. He got picked off a lot. He's a hell of a quarterback. He really is. But when a game is on the line or when you need first downs, you need that winning drive, he gambles a lot. He forces balls a lot, even to Stefon Diggs, which he probably don't mind because he feel like he's open all the time. But when you're throwing that ball in there, it's getting picked off or it's getting thrown over his head or a little short or to the far right, to the far left. Diggs is like, come on, man, what's going on? So it's easy to get that perception from him. Like, man, what is Diggs doing? He's calling out his quarterback. He's yelling on the sideline. We don't have no audio of exactly what's being said. It just seems like he's chewing him out. But it could be all positive. Him just saying, come on, man, let's go. Get it. Let's get it. Come on, it's time to go. Let's go win. Get your thoughts together. Come on, I'm counting on you. Let's go. See, when you're on the sideline saying stuff like that with no audio, it seems like he's going berserk. So, I don't know. We have to see when the season starts with the Texans and actually see what's going on that field, on the sideline, seeing how him and CJ are going with the coaches, all that stuff before you just say Stephon Diggs is a cancer to a football team. So we got to give him the benefit of doubt. DeMeco Ryans just co-signed here. Bobby Slowick, same thing. CJ Stroud said some things he's happy to have him on the team. So we're going to have to watch that to the side and just say this guy's a hell of a football player that's competitive, holding people to high regard, being accountable, and want to see the best in everybody. So it looks like he's a blessing in disguise, and DeMeco Ryans said he loves him. Because DeMeco comes with the energy as well. And if he can get Stephon Diggs showing that same energy, which he's already bringing, he came ready in practice, training camp, coaching these guys up, getting them motivated, chirping, talking smack with them, bringing the best out of them. He's a blessing in disguise for DeMeco. He don't have to work so hard.
How are you guys planning to handle that if that becomes an issue during the season?
I don't have to worry about that. And for me, I never had issues with players when it comes to that. It's, I think for me, is how you treat players and understand and getting to know the player. Everything that I've seen from Steph is no issues at all. It's a guy who loves football. I want 90 guys who love football on our team. So I'm pointing to Steph like, I want to see more guys with more urgency and more energy about themselves like Steph is. So everything will be great with him. I'm not worried about Steph one bit.
Watching you coach last year as an obviously defensive-minded coach, and by the way, Steph wanted to make it a point that I said, he says he's not a defensive-minded head coach, but he is. At the end of the day, you're always thinking defense. So using that to your advantage, though, that you do have that defensive mind, how are you helping this offense evolve and continue to help CJ grow?
See, I told Steph in the huddle a couple of days ago, I was like, I want to see the scoreboard lighten up, like as many points as we can score. I'm not a defensive coach. I want to see the scoreboard lit up. So they all laughed about it, of course. And then I tell the refs, make sure they call it in favor of the defense. But we have fun with it. I think in our team meetings, everything we do, it's about me just coaching everybody and showing just a style of play for the Houston Texans. And whether it's offense, defense, special teams, I want everybody to see there's a certain style when you put on our tape, like it has to look different, like with how we're finishing, how fast we're playing, how physical we're playing. All three phases, if we play that way and exhibit Texan football, I think everybody will see I'm the head coach of the Houston Texans and not just defense.
What's it like to be the head coach of a team that everyone's coming after now?
Yeah, I love it. Well, I mean, why wouldn't you wouldn't want it any other way, right? You want to, first off, you have always, for me, every time I lined up, every time I've coached, like I've never not lined up having high expectations for our team and what we're about, because I know the preparation that we put in, right? And I always anticipate other teams giving us their best. So, I mean, guys are up for the challenge. We understand what it is. That's every week in the league. Like, it doesn't change. I know it's a lot more noise on the outside from, fans and other people, being hyped up about the Texans. But, I mean, we're excited and we're hyped internally as well, and we have high expectations for ourselves.
So this podcast is called Scoop City, and the goal is to have people come on the show and give us all the secrets of the team. And I've gotten nothing out of you, so give me the scoop.
What's the scoop?
What's the scoop? So my last question for you about getting the scoop is, we talk about your high energy. You're a father of 4 between the ages of 10 all the way down to 6 months. The Scoop, give parents some advice on how you're dealing with a high pressure job that you're in while also having to be dad at home.
Ooh. First off, I'm thankful to my wife, Jamila, for holding the house down. So when I come home, right, from all the work, the long hours, when I come home, I just know once I hit the garage, like, hey, it's football is done, it's dad time, and I make sure I pour into them, and they're getting all of my attention. Throw the cell phone to the side, like they're getting all of my attention. So we're outside, we're shooting hoops, we're riding bikes, like. I just want them to see me as dad, not the football coach, to see me as dad and know that I love them, I care for them, and I want them to know we're going to have fun, just like we have a lot of fun out here on the football field.
Coming full circle here on the energy thing. So really, all the energy is going to the guys, and then you have to almost hit a second wind here. Are you a big coffee drinker? Like, what are you doing to keep this energy up?
Little coffee in the morning, not a big coffee drink. I'll have probably a cup or two every day.
Oh,
Sometimes I may need a little espresso before I go home.
Yeah, I think that's.
Sure the energy
I think that is the key to late night parenting.
Yes.
Is after work get one more shot. Most people are done with their coffee by afternoon. Sometimes you got to dig deep just to bring it in all together. So, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time and thanks for hanging out in Scoop City.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There it is. Exciting interview, wasn't it? DeMeco Ryans, the man, the leader behind the Texans. Great things coming. I keep stating that over and over. Great things in the future for this football team. Hell of a quarterback at the helm as well. Leader also. Good guy. And big things are going to be happening pretty soon. So tune in if you're a Texan fan. If you're not a Texan fan, watch out. That's what I got to say about it. So thanks for y'all time. This is G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Not going to talk y'all head off all day long. This is Making It Monday. Thanks a bunch, subscribers. Appreciate you a whole lot. Well, we got about 533 subscribers now. It's slowly moving up, but it is moving up, so appreciate it. And thanks. Don't forget to continue to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share it. Comment. You know, you can comment. I like talking sports, so you can leave a comment about anything. This is video, sports in general. I will reply back, no doubt about it. I look at them all the time to see who is responding and drop a comment. But until then, Making It Monday. Y'all stay safe. We out here. Peace.